Hi, I'm Sean Lang, and this is the March video update for the Africa to Patagonia Humanities Collaboratory project. Today I'll be chatting with a couple of my fellow collaborators about some of the ways that the collaboratory has changed over the past couple of years and our experiences in the lab. Could you both introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Ella Deaton. I'm the lab manager for the speech production lab here at Michigan, and I graduated in 2017 with a BA in Spanish, and I've been here ever since.
I'm Ishan. I will be graduating in just a couple months with a bachelor's in computer science. For the lab, I'm the webmaster, but a lot of what that entails is working on the website and assorted projects for the laboratory.
So my first question for both of you is, in your opinion, how has the collaboratory changed over the past couple of years since it began in the summer of 2017?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Even just the space itself, we were all there in the beginning. There's one table and a couple of chairs in the corner, not very many students, and now we have so many students in the lab coming to the meetings every week.
Yeah, I think building off of what Ella said, when you have a lab this size, some of the pressure needs to be taken off of the people who administer it, and that support needs to come from undergraduates. That's one of the biggest changes I think I've seen, is that a lot of us have grown into mentorship roles where we're helping people that hopefully will eventually be in the position we're in now.
Another way that the collaboratory has changed that I've really enjoyed is sort of the media attention isn't everything, but it is certainly nice as an undergraduate to be doing work that is being recognized by higher ups and then also by totally external sources.
I'm here to talk with students for the Michigan Humanities Collaboratory.
My second question for both of you is, how has the collaboratory been a learning experience for you?
The collaboratory has been a tremendous learning experience for me. I was really interested in linguistics as an undergrad, but only had experience through independent study, which was amazing. But being able to come into the lab right after that and engage with multiple faculty and other students and work on a variety of projects was really tremendous in leading me to where I am now. So I learned a lot, and I definitely gained an idea of what I wanted to do with my life from the collaboratory, as dramatic as it sounds.
Totally.
Yeah, I think there are two kind of areas that I've learned a lot in. One is the technical, and one's kind of the interpersonal. In terms of technical, so I do a lot of, I do web development for the laboratory and various technical projects. So I've become accustomed to various languages such as JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and technologies such as Lime Survey. And I'm able to use all of these in any future roles that I will have. But on the interpersonal side, kind of just being in an environment where ideas are so openly discussed, it teaches you how to really kind of build something great.
So my first semester in the lab was right before we received funding from the collaboratory. But then summer of 2017 is when I started working on some of the Spanish and specific interviews that were collected down in Patagonia by Nick and Lorenzo. But now, 2 years later, my thesis is completely about field pause production of these Afrikaans Spanish bilinguals in Patagonia. What are each of your plans for the coming year, and how has your experience in the collaboratory helped you get to that point?
Yeah, great question. So I was actually just accepted into a PhD program in linguistics at the University of Washington in Seattle. So I'm really excited about that. I think my time in the collaboratory has definitely been a crucial role in shaping my plans for that. It's just guided me along this path of discovering what research is, discovering what collaboration means, and really cultivated my love for that. So I'm really excited.
I'll be working next year for Amazon Alexa machine learning data platform. I'll be a software engineer. And kind of my time in the collaboratory, I've been serving as webmaster, and that helped me secure an internship at Amazon last summer. And in my internship, there were essentially two portions. There was front-end development, and there was back-end development. Essentially, all the skills I needed in front-end development I had learned just months before while working in the collaboratory.
Sean, what about your plans?
Well, thank you for asking, Ella. I actually just found out 2 days ago that in September I'll be going down to Guatemala to serve with the Peace Corps for a couple of years. And the collaboratory has actually been a huge part of helping me cultivate the leadership skills, or the sorts of leadership skills that I'll be taking down there. And it's really helped me recognize that I love working with people and I like teaching people. So yeah.
Very cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Did you know JFK actually announced the Peace Corps here on the steps of the Michigan Union?
You know, I did know that. They actually have a plaque on the front door of the Union. The final question that I have for you both is, if you could give one piece of advice to an incoming undergraduate student at the University of Michigan, what would it be?
As a freshman, I was really hesitant to join clubs or do any extracurricular activities. So I would say just go for it. I really admire the Europe students I'm working with, Bryson, Aditi, and Courtney. They just jumped right in their first year and are working on a project that's amazing and doing things that I didn't get to do until my senior year. So
for me, it's just to try some different things. When I came into college, I kind of had a really rigid path defined for myself. And I ended up learning the most in a lot of classes that were outside my major, a lot of humanities classes.
I agree with what both of you are saying, and especially Ella. I think that when I came in as a freshman, I was very afraid of overloading myself, and so I wound up sort of underloading myself. I had way too much free time. I wasn't, as intellectually stimulated as I wish I had been.
yeah.
And I'm also actually partially mentoring a Europe student, Matthew Newbacher, and seeing him do work on my project has sort of made me wish that I had gotten involved in research earlier. This has been our March video update. Thank you again for tuning in. I'm Sean.
I'm Ella.
I'm Ishan.
And to wrap up, I think I just have to say, we've been friends and collaborators since summer 2017 or thereabouts. And I think if you asked any of the three of us then, in 2 years would we be making a video for the collaboratory, I don't think, any of us would have anticipated it. And it's just great to see, how we've grown as individuals, as researchers. So thank you both.